Can I swear on this channel or not?
You go for it. We bleep it out. Go for it.
I thought, it, I'm going to do it.
BVB Army, welcome back to our channel, BVB Army Hearts to Hearts. I am Ruth.
And I'm Nicole.
And BVB Army, we have a very special guest here with us today. We have the only one, Lee from the company Saints of the Undead here with us today. How are you doing today?
Very good, thank you. Thank you for having me on.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for coming on. And I know we kind of talked about this off camera that anyone who's watching or listening to this, he is from the UK, so timing was a little here and there, but it's 11 o'clock for him right now, so.
It's still early, it's fine.
It's so early. Again, just thank you so much for coming on. And fun fact, you are actually going to be our 99th episode here for our show here, so thank you.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I guess without further more, let's get into the questions we have for you. So our first question is, what inspired you to create your shop/brand of clothing that you have right now?
It kind of started. I've been in the band for like 10 years. We kind of run our course. We did a lot of cool stuff, and then it got to the point at the end of the kind of cycle where I started to want us to have like a uniformy look. You know what I mean? We're all just kind of wearing cargo shorts and band tees for like 5 years. Then it went from band tees to black jeans, and it was just like, we weren't really trying, so I wanted us to look quite cool. We started making jackets, floor of my house with our bass player just cutting up bits of clothes. I think the first brand I ever saw, I think they were called Forgotten Saints. I think they're from, I think it's DJ Ashbear. Do you know the guy who used to play in Guns N' Roses for a bit?
Yes.
Does he wear like a hat or a mask or something like that? I'm sure it's his brand, and he had this kind of brand which was just crap that was cut up and stuck onto stuff, and it looked cool. So that was kind of what I originally based stuff on. And then the band kind of ended, and I needed some creative outlet, so it just naturally went into the kind of clothing side of thing. And it's been coming up in this December. It's been 10 years actually that I've been kind of slogging away at it.
Whoa!
Yeah. It sounds really
Congratulations.
scary when I say it out loud. Yeah, that's kind of in a nutshell how it's kind of started.
Nice. And correct me if I'm wrong, but you are now full-time with your clothing and shop now.
Yes. Yeah. I literally had a conversation with my wife about 3 or 4 months ago, and we said, like, in 5 years I would like to do it. And then I kind of did the numbers. I did my taxes. And after crying from paying all my money out for tax, I thought, actually, I can do this full-time. I'm making more doing this than I am my full-time job. So I thought, it, I'm going to do it, you know. So I took the challenge. I've done it. And because all I was doing before was I was working full time, I was sat working for a bank, sat behind a laptop all day, trying to do some work as I'm working, and then on a night I would just slog from 8 o'clock till about midnight. Then I thought, well, I can do it full time, so why not put the time in to do it full time? And luckily it's paying off, so I'm really, really happy.
Yeah, again, congratulations. I mean, your work is incredibly, like, your custom jackets, you're now doing hats, boots, backpacks, you're going to soon do it. I saw spike headbands now, shirts, prints. Am I missing anything else?
You've more or less got it all, yeah.
Okay,
as much as I can. Anything that's leather that I can paint and stud and stuff like that, I'll try. Obviously merch and stuff like that, it's tricky with the merch side of things, because obviously tees and hoodies and beanies and stuff's quite straightforward. But when you want to try and get into different garments, it's tough to find the right manufacturer unless you're buying in like bulk of thousands, which a small brand like me it's going to be tough.
Yeah,
it's hard to kind of get to the next stage. So that would be my next kind of goal in terms of the merch side of things, kind of branching out into different garments and stuff like that.
The work that you do is honestly super incredible, and I especially love the horror aspect that you put into it, which kind of leads me into my question is, if you could design an outfit for any horror movie killer, which one and why?
Well, would that be like for like an actual film? If they were going to wear it in the film, is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Imagine like Michael Myers wearing like a cool jacket. It'd be just weird, wouldn't it?
Dude, that would be epic.
I guess like kind of Texas Chainsaw might kind of work, like a real kind of ripped up, kind of horrible old farmy jacket type thing. That could be quite cool. But I think obviously stuff like Ghostface wouldn't really work. But that would be my next thing. I would love to get into like film and TV. That'd be so cool to do. Kind of to be on a movie. It'd be epic. But, yeah,
I mean, I can definitely see your work being in movies. To be honest, I'm just surprised it's not already in a lot of horror films.
Same. Like Scream series. I mean, Nicole, you're wearing it right now. You have the ghost face already. There you go. I feel like those need to be in the Scream movies of just fans in that universe who like stab. Yes, Nicole. I've only seen the first two. Yeah, okay. Yeah, the stab franchise. So, is how did you get the idea for your clothing brand for like all this alternative stuff for like to blend all your passion together, like the music, the horror all together? So
when I first started, so I said 10 years, probably the first like 6 years of that was me just kind of doing a few little things here and there, kind of doing a few t-shirts, doing a few jackets. It wasn't really going anywhere. I just wanted it just to tick a box in my brain to say I can do something creative, and that kind of scratched that itch. And then I wanted to take it a bit further. So I obviously love horror films, and I think the key thing with that is masks is the main thing, or do you know what I mean? The faces of the horror villains. And for me, just seeing that really big on the back of a jacket really stood out to me. And then obviously having a name down the side, it just kind of worked. And I think that's been my style, big, bold kind of things. And horror is just really good for that. And then it kind of went into bands as well. So it's really good to have that type of thing going. But that's how I've kind of come to my kind of style as it is now. The paint work into, I know you've got one of your jackets there that I've done painted. I only started painting really about 2 years ago, really. And yeah, a lot of it before was just denim jackets, cutting stuff out, kind of sewing it, studding it on, and I started to paint and see if I could do it, and it just kind of worked out well because I kind of took my product to the next level, I think. So yeah, it's been quite a bit of a blessing in disguise that I thought I'd just give it a go, and it's been the best thing I've done.
So it seems like you're definitely always constantly like outdoing yourself and just seeing really just taking yourself to the next level, which is honestly incredible. The jackets are by far at least one of my favorites that you do. And with all the people that you have worked with, from wrestlers to bands, who has been your favorite artist to work with?
Oh, I ask that all the time, and it's really hard. So Chris was totally different to kind of others. So we kind of played a bit of Instagram flirting almost. I followed him for ages, then he followed me, then he'd like this and he'd comment this, and I was like, come on. So then we eventually spoke, and we spoke on the phone for quite some time. He's just the nicest guy. We spoke about, to be fair, we spoke about the jacket for about 10 minutes, and the other time we were just talking about life and stuff. But Chris was really cool, really into everything, really supportive, just really kind of like you were saying about are you not doing things on movies. He was like, just couldn't believe that I wasn't, and it's like wild him saying that to me, because I'm like, God, I've only just started doing this painting stuff about a year ago, and now all of a sudden he thinks I'm this big shot, and I was just like, it just felt strange to me. Do you know what I mean? But Chris was really good. Rhea, Ripley. So she's just the nicest woman you'll ever meet. She's just so down to earth, and she's totally different. Where I met her at a show about 2 months ago, last month I think it was, and she's totally different to her kind of character, which is brilliant. She can put on that kind of that personality. It's brilliant. But everyone that I've worked with has been super kind. Saraya, when I've spoke, she gave me some really good advice. Obviously, she used to be called Paige in WWE. I kind of spoke to her and offered my services to make a jacket for her, and then I did it. She loved it, and then we got to that weird stage where it was like, this is where you need to pay me almost. You know what I mean? It got to that point, but because I'd offered my services to her, I felt strange. So I was really honest. I said, "This is strange for me. I offered you a jacket, but I'm obviously doing it full time. I get paid for my work." And she was like, "Of course you do. Like, never ever do anything for free. Your work's great, always get paid," and stuff like that. And she gave me like some really good advice, which I thought was just dead kind. She didn't have to, because she's got however many million followers. She could have been like, well, a big superstar, and you know, if you want me to wear your jacket, I can. Do you know what I mean? She could have been quite a bitch about it, but she was amazing. So every one of these kind of big kind of people I've kind of made stuff for has just been so kind, and just really humble, and really just normal people. it's just nice to have that kind of conversation with them and just make something and them to really appreciate it.
I'm glad that all your experience has been amazing with all the artists you've been able to work with for these amazing jackets, like Chris Motionless with the werewolf jackets. I wish I went to the Trinity Terror part like 3 to see them, because I know you wore them on stage performing it. It looked amazing from the photos that I saw, and it looks incredible with the music video too. And then
oh yeah.
What I know you also did jackets for New Year's Eve, right?
New Year's Day, yeah. That was the first that was the first kind of big shot I kind of got, I guess. I spoke to Ash, and it was crazy that, because they sent jackets over to me in this really big heavy box. They sent all the jackets over, vests and jackets, and then it got held up in customs for about 3 weeks.
Oh no.
And then they had like a video shoot to do. It was just stuck in customs, and I was just like constantly calling them. They're just like, we can't do anything. It just takes time. So I was like, right. And then they finally came, and I think the video shoot was in like 2 weeks' time. And I was like, this is not going to work. Rushed to get them all done. And then I got them shipped out, and literally they arrived there on the morning of the video shoot. And it was just like the metal gods just helped me. Just like, it was just so like perfect. And then they wore them, and so that was like the first kind of shot of credibility that I had, I think. Do you know what I mean? That I've worked with someone big, and I think that's kind of led on to the other stuff. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just so stressful that like I wanted to do a really good job, but I didn't want to rush it, and then it was like, well, I have to rush it, then I have to get them shipped out. So it was just mad.
Well, they looked amazing.
Yeah, I really like them ones. The red and the black kind of worked really well. It's my style, so it was perfect.
Mm-hmm. I do like that you brought up where all the artists that you work with, they're big in a way, but they give you good advice. Like, I guess, Chris Biersack has also given us advice here for our podcast, saying like, we admit we were very nice at first start, like being very polite, but now since we're doing this for 99 episode, like getting to a point where it's like, don't let people walk over you, take all the credit from you and stuff or anything else. So it's really nice that like, yeah, you are an artist, small business in a way, growing big still. And the fact that she told you like, no, you deserve payment because you did hard work on the jackets, vest or whatever. So I think that's really cool.
There's actually a funny thing about that, which I've not told her about, but I think it was about 3 years ago. I sent her I found an email address for Saraya, and I sent her an email saying, I'd love to kind of do a jacket for you. And I got nothing back. I didn't hear anything back at all. And I think I offered it for free as well. Oh. And it's just funny how kind of I look back at my work. I think it was maybe about 5 years ago. I look back at my work then, and I was thinking like I probably would have rejected it as well, because I look at the quality of my work back then. And I thought, do you know, how you said at the start, I'm trying to outdo yourself. I think anyone creative always wants to, bands, artists, kind of anything, tattooists, they always want to be better than what they kind of have been. And I kind of look back at the work I've done, and I don't cringe on some of it, but do you know what I mean? You look at it and go, yes. I thought that was great at the time. But if I think in 5 years' time, if I look back, I hope I feel the same about my work now. Do you know what I mean? I feel like I'm going to progress in a weird way. Although I think the work I'm doing now is, I'm looking at it and going, yeah, this is really good. I hope I can look at it and go, well, oh my God, I thought that was good. Do you know where I'm coming from? It's a bit of a weird...
artists in general is like we start somewhere that's drawing, painting, or makeup. Like for you, Nicole, with your modeling still. Like I'm sure your first model photos, you look back and it's like, cringe a little and stuff.
Exactly, yeah.
So... You're in the headline too. It's like talk about that.
It's like I feel it's like for all artists, it's like we start somewhere and then like that's so amazing, and then years pass. What was I thinking? That it looks so bad. This looks amazing. And it's like, it's all about practice. You keep practicing with that being whatever skill set that is. So,
but I've just said tattooist, but imagine how it must feel for tattooists looking back at like someone they've actually tattooed onto something, and they might go, oh my God, that's horrible. And that person might think it's horrible as well, but it's stuck on you there. Do you know what I mean? I mean, I've got loads of tattoos, but I wanted to get tattooed when I was like 16, 17. I'm so glad I didn't, because I had some awful ideas and I was going to get certain bands on me. And I was thinking, oh no, imagine if I got that, I'd have to get it covered. So I started quite late. I think I was about 26 when I first started getting my tattoos.
21 over here.
Do you have to be 18 in the US to get tattooed, or?
Yeah, I think so. Right, Nicole? Well, at least without parent permission.
Yeah, I was going to say, I got mine when I was 18, but...
with all the artists you have collaborated with, we are wondering who is on your bucket list to work with or collab with next, as come as your jackets, clothing.
Too many. Like literally, I've said about obviously films stuff like that would be great, but people to kind of work with, like Spencer from Ice Time Kills would be really good because I think he would have like, I don't know what they're going to do for the next album. I don't know if they're doing another kind of horror album, whatever, but that'd be cool. I've got a couple that I've planned which I haven't released yet, which are going to be good. Chris Jericho, I've said that before, wrestler. I mean, he's got loads of cool jackets. He's kind of, I think he's worked with a couple of people from over the UK already, I think. But doing one for Chris would be good. I had these kind of not wrote down, but in my head I thought, oh, if anyone ever asks me that again, I'm going to say this person, and I just can't think of it now. But there's someone that I want to fish in and get them, but we'll see.
Well, I seriously hope that you do make a jacket for Chris Jericho. I love him so much, and he literally, when he walks out onto that stage, I mean, he is known for the outfits that he walks out in, all those different jackets that he's done over the eras of Jericho. So I'm looking forward to what you have in store for him. Kind of hitting you with another hard question here, though. We would like to know, out of all of the designs that you have done, which one has been your favorite to create?
Werewolf one straight off the back was great because just having the red jacket was like so like kind of powerful to look at, you know, and then the black on it. So that one was really good. I've just done another one for Rhea Ripley, which is cool as well. It's totally different. My normal style's a bit of pain, and there's a lot of kind of studding and stuff like that. So that one's really good. I don't really know. The horror ones, I love doing the horror ones. All the motionless and white ones I really enjoy because there's so much cool kind of imagery in the songs and stuff like that. And I feel like I just kind of vibe with that. But trying to narrow them down, I feel like I'm going against my own kind of, I don't know what the word is, but the colourful ones I'd seem to really enjoy now, where I'm always a black and white person. A bit of red on a t-shirt. I always wear black, the odd bit of white, but I love doing the colourful jackets, like the green ones and the red ones. They just pop, you know, all the black ones with like the purple on and stuff like that. So anything that's got colour on now, I really enjoy doing it, to be fair. Which I never thought I'd ever say that. I thought it would just be black and white all the way, but
the Purge ones you've done, I think you posted on here.
Oh yeah, Purge one was cool.
Yeah, those look really cool.
I did the American flag down there, and that was cool. That was a fun one to do. Yeah.
So we do have to ask, because our channel is about Black Veil Brides. We've seen that you have been to a couple of their concerts when they have traveled to the UK over there and stuff. I know after you made, if I can point to it, nope, this baby right here, and made the whole reel and TikTok and everything. I know a lot of fans from the Army are like, oh my god, I want one. It's truly amazing. I was freaking out when you shipped it over to me. Like, I know it was a bit of a wait, but it was so worth the wait. It's amazing. It's beautiful. Are you a fan of Black Veil Brides, out of curiosity?
Yeah. When they first kind of come out, I know they did the first kind of album that was quite forgive me, it was more like an emo type album, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. Then they came out with all the makeup on, and I can't remember how old it was, but is it like 15 years old now or something like that? The Fallen Angels album.
Oh, Set the World on Fire. Nicole, you
Fire, yeah.
On that. Yeah, Set the World on Fire, I believe, turned 12 years old. Right. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, 11 or 12 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when that came out, I was in my kind of elitist metalhead era. So I had long hair, big beard. I liked kind of Lamb of God's thrash music. You know, I was into that. So when Black Veil Brides come out, I was like, kind of like, this is a chick band. You know what I mean? They're trying to be Motley Crue and stuff like that. Me and My Body and Mind Now, I think that was brilliant what they did. They took all that kind of old style, they mixed it all in, and the songs are really good. You know, I still listen to them now from that album up to the new kind of music they're doing, and it's brilliant. I even put it on, and my wife listens to it, and my wife likes it, you know, because Andy's voice is really accessible and stuff like that. It's not, you know, it's really good. So yeah, I am a fan. It was actually the first time I saw them back in, I think it was February this year. It's the first time I've properly seen them. I saw them at a festival once, but I was a bit incoherent at the time. But yeah, I saw them in February, and I actually prefer them live to on record. I think, especially the drummer CC, I think he's unreal. Like, he just absolutely doesn't miss a beat. He was so good. The sound wasn't great at the venue because it was one of these venues where they have like tiers going up at the back, where you can kind of stand on barricades. We were right at the top, so the sound was really kind of boomy. But I really enjoyed them. I'd definitely go and see them again. I thought they were really good live.
They are going back to the UK with Hellstorm, so I know that.
It's only for one show, I think, in London, and I'm like right at the top of the UK, and London's obviously right at the bottom. So I'm going to try and get to it. Yeah. So I do want to see them again.
No, we hope that you are able to see them. That would be awesome. I do want to ask you then, since you are a fan of Black Veil Brides, if you could have made Black Veil Brides jackets for any one of their music videos, is there a specific one, or just even for a specific album in general? I guess.
I think the Scarlet Cross one would be quite good. Because I know they had like a little Scarlet Cross on the lapel, didn't they? I thought, obviously, they've done quite a lot of, they've had really cool jackets in the past. I thought they could have done a bit more with that. So if I could have done one, it would have been for that. I think I would have some good ideas for that.
I'm just trying to picture.
Yeah, I'm assuming black and red is on the mind, right? Because Scarlet Cross.
So I just did yeah, and I did a bustier recently for someone based on Scarlet. Did I send you it, Ruth?
You send me it. Yeah, we'll insert. Yeah, it was. Yeah, like they had the logo right here. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think I would put the big logo on the back for Scarlet, and I would have like a red cross down the arm and Decorative Brads on the other one. And that's what. And if someone wants something like that, I would love to do that. So the idea's in my head now, and I'd love to do it.
Just add my name to the list. I will say, out of all of like the BVB albums, like the one we recently just did an episode about it, Veil, their album Veil, when they had those studded jackets. I don't know if you got a chance to see their jackets.
Yeah.
Out the Veil. After seeing your work and like just wondering like, what if they collaborate? It's like, well, they already had these jackets in Veil. Let's upgrade them. More spikes. I don't know.
Them jackets were really cool. The ones that I've seen. Yeah. Was it the ones that had like the kind of names on the back?
Yeah.
And like a biker type
like,
style.
Yeah. So they're, I don't know how well they were like these guys right here.
Yes.
So yeah, and they had like these. It had their name. They're like, I guess. I don't know what you call them. They call their titles, the Prophet, the Mystic, Warrior and stuff, and the wings and the logo on the back. So yeah.
Yeah, they're really cool. I don't know who done them, but I'm probably looking up.
That is a very good question. I have no idea either.
I've never looked, to be fair, to see who's done them.
We need to bring those studded jackets back, BVB.
Next album.
Right, next album. They are working on a next album. I do know that. And Jake goes on Twitch and live stream. He tends to spill the beans from time to time on any BVB news. And he did say they are going more heavier with this new album. So we're just like, so.
Because the last one was more the one with like Torch and Scarlet Cross, and that was a bit more more chilled.
It was their second concept album, I would say. It was more and more same vibes of the Wretched and Divine era. It was a bit more, I guess, chill. But it was still
a bit softer.
Yeah, there you go, a bit softer. There you go.
A bit more rock and roll rather than kind of metal, I think. I really like that.
No, I think it's a wonderful album, and what they've done just from their first work. I mean, just yesterday when we're filming this, not Wretched and Divine, Research Season, their very first album, just turned 13, and I'm like, oh my god, it's a teenager. So where did time go?
I know, that's scary, isn't it? Like, I'm a dad now as well, so like time just goes extra fast, which is just horrible.
Your work is just once again so incredible, and I love the fact that you mash up bands and horror. So I am kind of curious on what your all-time favorite horror movie and band is.
Horror is just Halloween. The first time I saw the original Halloween, I was like, wow. Just the suspense of it, and I don't know how old I was, but I must have been late teens. No, I think I was early teens when I watched it. Obviously, I love the Scream films. I love the kind of corny ones like Insidious. A lot of people kind of frown on that, but I love it. I really do. I love the jump scares and stuff like that, and the paranormal side of it. So yeah, I like all the kind of. To be fair, the horror films I don't like, which I might get some, but I'm not really into. Nightmare on Elm Street. I'm not really into it.
Oh, okay.
Tried.
So cool.
Tried. Not. But to be fair, that's probably the only one I'm not into. I'm sorry. The others I really love. And what was it? The question was it bands? Was it? Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. So favorite horror film, which we established was Halloween. But who is your favorite band, just in general, all-time favorite band?
It's one of those questions I know you can answer it because obviously you're a mega fan of BVB. But I find it hard to answer that question because there's so many genres, and I don't know. I can't
Top
answer
three,
it.
if that helps.
Top three, I would probably say Rammstein would be in there. I would say Lamb of God would be in there because they were like my teens going into my 20s, and I just kind of worshipped that whole new wave of American metal. It was Killswitch, Lamb of God, Chimera, Shadows Fall, all that type of stuff. That was my kind of youth. And I guess kind of Motionless in White has just been a massive part of my last kind of 3-4 years. So, and everything that's happened as well, it just holds something different to me now. So I would have to put them in my top three.
It's a good top three,
at the same time, I listen to a lot of film music and stuff like that. So that's when I kind of chill out. So kind of film composer Hans Zimmer, I went and saw him recently in Manchester. He's done like stuff like Gladiator, Batman, Inception, Interstellar, all those kind of big movies. It's just dead dramatic, but dead chilled at the same time. So that would be my kind of wild card, if you want to trust me. That would be kind of an off the wall type one.
Our second to last question is as far as new items in your shop, are there any new things you're in the works that you're working for us to purchase possibly? I know spooky month is coming here soon.
Oh yeah. The thing I struggle with is because I'm just one person, obviously I've got more time now. I've got so many ideas, but I've only got like two hands in it, and I want to do so much, and I've got lots of kind of orders, which is brilliant, but I would love to kind of do like just kind of monthly releases. That was my plan, to do a release every month or every other month, and so people can buy stuff, because I know it's frustrating that people want to buy stuff and then they have to wait like over a year to get it for the jackets. So I'm trying to plan more time into kind of just do more stuff. I'm going to hopefully try and do some kind of stock items, so things that aren't totally specific. So it's not like a band or a movie. It might just be a jacket which has got a certain amount of spikes on, it's got a certain logo on, or something like that. That's going to be kind of stocked all the time, and it's going to be ready in a couple of weeks, that type of thing. Different accessories, shoes, bags, stuff like that. So hopefully then people can go on and they don't see a website which is just totally out of stock of everything. There's actually stuff there to buy. With the merch side of things as well, that's a bit easier because every couple of months I'm going to restock some things. So Halloween coming up, I'm going to do those kind of tees that you've got. I'm going to totally redo them into a certain theme, which I think will be quite cool. The kind of faces are going to go on the back, kind of like how I would do a jacket. Then I'm going to do something on the front, which is kind of specific. So that hopefully will be quite cool. But yeah, Halloween is just one of those ones where everything kind of comes out, and I'm just going to go for it. So
yes,
I can't wait.
I'm sure all the spooky fans are waiting for it. I mean, I am. I mean, once you made this Jigsaw one here, I had to get it because Saw is my favorite horror. I guess I don't know if you consider it's horror series for me, and it's really hard to find a good looking Jigsaw shirt. Like, it's hard. So once I saw yours, I'm like, thank you, someone who knows how to make one. So
I did a Jigsaw jacket ages ago, and I looked to try and find a T-shirt with Jigsaw, with obviously Billy on the back.
Yeah.
And you just could not find one. I think I found one eventually, but it had to come from Australia. It was like some Etsy Australia site. And it took about 2 months to come. And so I thought I need to do one myself.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I love it. It's one of my favorite. I always pair it with Nicole's custom Jigsaw choker she made me, so it works out. All right, Nicole, you have the pleasure of asking him the signature question.
Ooh, excellent. Okay, so we ask every special guest that comes on this question, and we must know if you could have any liquids coming out of each of your fingers, which ones would they be and why?
Any liquids, you are unlimited to it, and you can control it.
So the first one would be Jägermeister.
I knew. I saw that one coming.
It would just be on tap constantly, and I guess I would probably maybe pee out of one as well, so I could just go to the toilet and it's done. It's a good idea, isn't it?
What I said for the pee. I love
it. So that's two. Probably milk out another one, so I could just have cereal or tea whenever I want. I've got two left. Liquid. Am I missing something really? Does everyone say a certain one all the time? I'm not going to say it, but just give me a hint.
It's so far everyone we've asked, and even us, the common staple answer for this one is water. So
no, I hate water. Water.
Water is so good for
Maybe
you, though.
if one was like a shower and I could like shower in it.
Shower.
So
I mean, if water's universal, sir. Not just for hydration for your body. It's universal for a lot of things.
Yeah, if one was like a power shower, I'd have water.
Okay.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Change it up.
One left. Okay. I think the PP one's like it's quite good. Jaeger, milk, water, PP, and liquid. Come on. I guess it would just have to be Coke because I have Jaeger and Coke together. So it would just be like 2 and my drink's done then. Or one could be, instead of water, it could be ice because that is liquid, isn't it? Just in kind of
in a solid form.
Yeah.
We're not going to get into this debate. We'll give it to you. All right, so Jägermeister, why? It tastes okay. I'm not a big black licorice fan, and so Nicole, I don't know how you guys do it. She loves it. I don't know how you guys do it. It's so. Okay, Jägermeister, milk, pee, Coke. What was the other one?
The power. What was it? The power shower.
Power shower. Or did we change that to ice?
Yeah, ice / power
okay.
shower.
Okay.
Okay. It is
like that. Those were interesting ones.
I knew Jägermeister was going to be a thing. I just knew it.
Has no one said pee-pee before? Oh, yes.
Yes, just us 3 here.
Yeah.
Because we were originally, we were originally asked this question by a fan who came on, and we were just thinking it was Nicole's idea. Came up with it, so
I thought of Scary Movie 3 and I was like, yes.
Yeah. I didn't even think of that. Yeah, that's probably where in some part of my mind it's just kind of clicked and went keep you out the finger. Yeah,
I mean it works. I mean I feel like us females, it's like, what would you say, Nicole, if you're at a concert or something or just can't get access to a bathroom?
Yeah.
Yeah,
on the barrier.
Your hand off the side, be like, no worries. Like,
I might change milk to mayonnaise because I do like mayonnaise on pretty much everything.
Okay.
Apart from my cereal, I wouldn't substitute it for milk for my cereal. So. You've got to put the disclaimer in next time. You can't say water because that's a boring choice. It is, even if you like drinking water, boring.
Maybe we got to reconsider that now, Nicole, because everyone's drinking water. Everyone.
That's true.
Now pee-pee's on the
table.
We're
going to turn the table.
Once again, Lee, thank you so much for coming on our show and just sharing about your amazing shop that you have, the Saints of the Undead and everything. Where can people find you online, out of curiosity?
Website is, well, like I said earlier, it's kind of out of stock, but we do have a chat function on there as well, so you can contact us there. Instagram is the main thing. Always kind of checking messages on there. So if you ever want to chat or ask about a jacket, Instagram is the main one.
And you do have a TikTok and a Twitter, I believe, right?
Yeah. TikTok, Twitter. Yeah. I don't like Twitter, but I am on there. I prefer Threads, to be fair.
I have not tried Threads.
It's just like Twitter, but it's blacked out. So it looks cool, and there's just no hate on there. I'll just kind of leave it as that. I feel like Twitter's dead toxic.
That's fair. I mean, there's been mixed feelings about the controls of Twitter. That's fair. So.
Yeah.
Threads is like a PG version of Twitter, I think.
Yeah, I see like everyone's getting Threads. I'm like, eventually maybe I'll get it. So
yeah.
Anyone who's interested of his amazing work, please contact him. Go visit his website to see his past works and everything. As far as if anyone does want to contact you through Instagram for a custom jacket, you are booked until like next year. Is that correct?
Yeah, so it's booked till October next year, which does sound scary on the kind of off. But a lot of people, especially with kind of finances and stuff these days, you can kind of pay it off monthly if you want. So we'll give you the quote, and then if you want, we just take a £50 deposit, and then the remaining amount doesn't need paying until October next year. Or if you want, you can pay monthly if you want to kind of finance it that way. So it does work out for most people. They like doing it that way.
Nicole, it's time for you to get on the list for a Ghostface or Crow jacket. I don't know which one you want.
I haven't decided yet. I'm still thinking because I want it all in as one.
But we can still sometimes kind of squeeze them in if I've got a bit of space, and we can maybe kind of fast track it as well. So we can always have that conversation as well.
Do it, Nicole. Get a cool one. Tons of spikes on it, like you were wanting.
Oh, I need it loaded with spikes. Like, you have no idea.
Again, Lee, thank you so much for coming on. We do appreciate your time and everything. BVB Army, please go give him a follow. All of his social media links will be down below. Again, if you want an amazing custom jacket or anything else he has on his website, go give him a contact. I'm sure we'll be happy to work with you. I think that does wrap it up. Thank you for joining us for our 99th episode here on our show and channel. So
Thank you for having me. It's been lovely.
Yeah. So without further more, BVB Army, we'll see you next week for our 100th episode, guys. Holy cow, our 100th episode. We have a very, very special guest coming to join us for our 100th episode. So do not forget about that.
Tell me who it is.
You're going to have to find out like everyone else.
Come on, man.
All right, BVB Army. We will see you guys next week for our 100th episode. So goodbye.